With Marvel's release of Fantastic Four First Steps, we are finally out of Phase 5 and starting on Phase 6. The Multiverse saga is almost over, my friends. This Fantastic Four movie introduced what is said to be the final multiverse variant of Marvel's first superhero family into the MCU. But I'm not complaining. Vanessa Kirby was such a powerhouse as Sue Storm, and the retro future vibe was totally on point. My favorite part of this movie was that we finally got a comic-accurate rendition of Galactus, along with a beautiful setup for Doom to tear apart the multiverse and create Battleworld. With that being said, let's talk about what might be coming based on where we've been so far. This is your loremonger warning you to proceed with caution, as there will be a few small spoilers for Fantastic Four First Steps. As we know, back in 2008, the Marvel Cinematic Universe began with Iron Man, which introduced Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark, the heir to Howard Stark, and the current CEO of Stark Industries. For more than a decade, audiences followed Tony's journey through his technological breakthroughs, the rise of the Avengers, and his ultimate sacrifice in Endgame. That sacrifice had long been the emotional anchor for the MCU, but recent casting choices will be seeing Robert Downey Jr. back on the big screen as Victor Von Doom from Earth 828. Now, there has been a lot of confusion about how Marvel is going to pull this off, but I found some comic book information that gave me a few ideas. Tony Stark is not the man we thought we knew. Revealed in Iron Man issue 17, which was released in 2012, readers learned that Tony Stark was actually adopted. Howard and Maria Stark's biological son, Arno, had been hidden away due to health issues, so Tony was raised as their heir. This little-known twist leaves the door wide open for Marvel to retcon the original Tony Stark from Universe 616 as a Victor Von Doom variant. Consider this, both of them share the same brilliance and obsession with control, but the different upbringings would have shaped them in opposite directions. This gives Marvel the chance to bring back Robert Downey Jr. without undoing Tony's sacrifice from Endgame. The heroes of 616 will recognize the face of their fallen friend, but Doom's darker nature will probably manipulate that for his own benefit. The shift towards Doom also solved a larger problem within the MCU. After Quantumania and the chaos from Loki Season 2, the firing of Jonathan Majors left a power vacuum without Kang and his variants. Rather than juggling multiple cosmic threats, Marvel is just going to bring in Doom to claim the power that Kang was working towards and position Doom as the villain of the next phase. As always, I look to Marvel Comics for my thoughts and theories, and in the 2015 comic book run of Secret Wars, Doom stole the power of the Beyonder to create his mashup of realities called Battleworld. The MCU could easily adapt this concept by replacing the Beyonder with Franklin Richards, whose powers in the comics rivaled the Celestials. I mean, he already brought his mother back to life. Doing this would keep the story very personal for the Fantastic Four, and it would give Doom's actions a direct emotional impact on Reed and Sue. The groundwork for this angle has already started. Dr. Doom made his first official appearance in the mid-credit scene of Fantastic Four First Steps. We saw him standing over 4-year-old Franklin Richards holding his signature metal mask. This scene hints to me that Doom already knows about Franklin, and this positions Doom as the villain of the next phase of the MCU. Battleworld is going to be where Marvel merges what's left of this chaotic multiverse that they've built. It could also be where Spider-Man gains his black symbiote suit, which would pay tribute to the 1984 comics. We would also finally get closure for that Venom scene in Spider-Man No Way Home. Battleworld could also serve as the place where the Young Avengers finally come together. With many of them already introduced to the MCU, this could be the reality that forges them into a team. The MCU's version of Secret Wars will likely draw heavily from Jonathan Hickman's 2015 comic book storyline, which centered mostly on incursions destroying realities. That plotline actually plays directly into a post-credit scene from Multiverse of Madness. But even without the possible variant twist, Doctor Doom's obsession with proving himself superior to Reed Richards will likely fuel the final confrontation on Battleworld with what's known in the comics as God Emperor Doom. Sometime after Doom's defeat, however that's going to happen, Franklin's powers will likely be used to restore the MCU by weaving fragments of these destroyed realities into what becomes known as the Eighth Cosmos. This reset would allow Marvel to unify the X-Men, Avengers, and Fantastic Four all under one timeline, while also providing a clean slate to cast roles without discarding the legacy of earlier films. With all of that being said, let me know what you think in the comments. Is Robert Downey Jr. already up to no good as Doctor Doom? Until next time, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you later.